If you've been on this journey with me from the very beginning, you might remember way back in episode 2 when I said this. So I've decided that I really like Singapore. There's lots going on and lots to see. And now I'm in Asia, it might be really easy to get there for a quick visit, so I might be back. Well, here I am, after 6 years, back in Singapore. G'day, I'm Kevin, a retired Australian living my life here in Chiang Mai. But burning season is approaching in the north, so I'm going to jump on a train and head south to escape the smoke. This is my journey. This is 52 weeks. I have 4 full days here in Singapore, not counting my arrival day and my departure days, because I won't be doing much those days apart from travelling. But I'm going to revisit some of the things I saw way back in 2019 when I was beginning this journey, and try and check out some new things as well. So at the moment I'm at Gardens by the Bay, which no visit would be complete without a visit to, and it is as magnificent as I remember it. Well, there are a few more people here than I remember from my last visit, but nonetheless it's well worth seeing. It's quite an amazing collection. Last time I was in Singapore, I had a look at the cloud forest and the flower dome, but at the end of the day I was really tired and I didn't do the Skywalk. So I'm going to make up for that today. I am on the Skywalk. Well, there are some very nice views from up here. It's not a huge walk, but it's enough. And as I say, there are some great views of the various skylines of Singapore. If you're in Singapore, the gardens by the bay are indeed worth a visit. There's things you have to pay for, like the flower dome, Skywalk, stuff like that. Stuff you have to pay for, but even if you don't want to spend any money, the gardens themselves are magnificent. And I think I said earlier, they are as impressive as I remember them to be. So yeah, well worth a visit. I thought the flower dome was more crowded than last time when I was in it, but I've just been past the entrance to it and to the cloud garden, and there are massive queues. It would be just chock-a-block in there now, so I'm glad I was there a little bit earlier. I remember quite liking this sculpture behind me last time I was here, and the good news is I still like it. I think it has a really optimistic sense to it, and I really like that. I have made my way down to the Singapore River, and I am at Clarke Quay at the moment. Last time I was here, I stopped off for a beer on the other side of the river somewhere, and was greeted by otters frolicking in the river as they went by. It's not as busy as I remember it last time. May have been here on a weekend, it's a long time ago, can't remember. But there are people around, so it's not dead. So I've decided on lunch by the river, which sounds very civilized to me. A little taste of home. Very good. Well, No otters today, but a very pleasant lunch nonetheless. And it's being followed by a pleasant stroll along the river. So I spoke too soon. Just walking along, and I saw some otters just frolicking in the river. But my goodness, they're fast. Not sure if you can see them. But it's a group of 3. I will try and close in on them for you. But I'm not sure how successful that will be. Okay, it's getting a bit dark and it's not night time and I hear the rumbling of thunder, so it might be time to find a train stop and head back to the motel. I just happened to be passing, so I thought I'd take a few shots of Raffles. One of the things I've noticed on this trip is that Singapore is actually quite small, and walking is sometimes a really good option to get between places, particularly in the city centre where quite a few of the attractions are very close together. And then, you know, sometimes it's just a single train stop or two, and you get to your next destination. It does get hot in the afternoon though. Welcome to Arab Street. From what I read on the signs, this is one of the oldest streets in Singapore, and it used to be the centre of trading. Presumably they bring goods up from the river. Yeah, and so all of the traders ended up settling here and building a Muslim community. In its heyday, apparently this was the place to come for all the high quality goods and clothes and cloth. I think today you'd still get a pretty good feed here. And just a couple of blocks away, we are in Little India. Well, that's it for me, checking out some of my old haunts and places that I've visited before in Singapore. Next week I'm going to have a look at some brand new places that I've never been in Singapore. So I will catch you then. Thanks for joining me on my journey. I really appreciate your company. If you've made it all the way to the end of this video and you're not subscribed, you might like to consider doing so by clicking here. Or if you just want to see something else I've made, click here and that will take you to another video. And if you're really feeling like a binge, click here and that will take you to one of my playlists. Hope to see you on the road again soon.